Look, y'all, I gave Brutus a lift kit. Oh. Now, I didn't really, but we are going to give him an oil change. A lot of folks, for whatever reason, are uncomfortable doing their own service on a later model vehicle. So in this video, I'm just going to show you real quick how to do an oil change in your late model Duramax. Brutus needs a lube job. See there? We have to take care of this. It is a beautiful day for an oil change. Let's see, where's my dipstick? It's down there. I can just barely reach it. I want to check our level beforehand and see what we got. That's about 3/4 of the way up. But the truck is sitting at an angle here. I want to check my levels beforehand because you really should do this with the truck sitting level. But I don't have that option with my driveway being, you know, Mount Everest. We will get a level reading once I get it out on the road. But that'll just help me determine kind of from the outset where the oil level should be given the angle that it's sitting at. I hope that makes sense. Well, let's get under the old boy here and get the old stuff drained out. What we're looking for is right here, and that's going to be a 15 millimeter. We just have to crack her open. Oh, the force is strong with this one. There we go. Inspect your magnetized bolt. What you're looking for is like chunks, you know, of metal. And if you see that, well, you're gonna have to do something about it. If you see big old chunks, that's a call a friend moment. The good thing about being parked on an angle like this is that we make sure we get all the oil drained out because, you know, gravity. Don't do it with the wind blowing. The little strings will get you. Here's a top tip. Don't lay your wrench in the oil pan. I mean, you can, but you know, this is what you're gonna get. Now we're gonna see about getting our filter out of here. And if the previous person did it correctly, you should just be able to hand spin it off. All right, y'all, check this out. This is the owner's manual for my pickup. 2023 6.6 liter Duramax, okay? And it says very clearly in here for the oil filter that it takes an AC Delco PF63, which is what I purchased. But the dealership did the last oil change and they put in a PF26, which I believe the diameter and the thread and everything on the diameter of the seal and the threading and everything was the same between the two. But this was, you know, a larger bodied filter, which should offer more filtration, and that's what was in the truck. So because I prefer Wix filters, I'm going with the Wix equivalent of the PF26, which is the 51372. But you do what you feel is right for your truck. Now for oil, we're going with the Shell Rotella T6 because it calls for a 1540 where I live especially, and you just want to make sure that, you know, you get the diesel oil with these specific certification service code letter thingies. It's some kind of voodoo or whatever. Just check your manual and make sure you get the oil that's right for your rig. Now because this goes in sideways, I would normally fill this, you know, up if it went in like this, but it goes in sideways. We don't want to dump a bunch out, but I do want to build oil pressure as soon as possible. So I'm just going to dump a little bit in here, not a whole lot, and then I'm going to make sure that I just get a little bit of oil on this so it'll spin and seal up. And we're just going to make sure this is clean here. I have to get me some brake clean and clean up my drippings. Nobody likes drippings. Okay, we just want to get this hand tight, y'all, just hand tight. There we go. Clean everything up here. That way if we have a leak after, we can detect it, you know what I'm saying? Plus, you know, it's your truck. Keep it clean, man. Pine shats. What in the devil? Now we can go put some fresh oil in it. Ugh. You know, reaching this stuff, kind of crazy. My book says it takes 10 quarts. So we're just gonna dump in 10 quarts. And then we'll, you know, check it. Oh Lord, I'm gonna do this without making a mess. All right, I'm gonna give that a few minutes to let it settle to the bottom, and then we'll check our levels here. Pull it, wipe it, stick it, pull it, check it. You get all that? That is the sequence of events here. It's about the same place it was before, so we'll kick it on, let it cycle through, get it on level ground, and check it again. Keep checking and incrementally adding a little bit at a time until you get your level just right. This one ended up taking 12 quarts. Well, once you've got it all done, you just get in, you put the key on, and we're going to use these little buttons here to scroll through this menu. And oh, I need some def. We're going to find our oil filter, oil life, and then we're just going to hold down the button, click and hold, boom, reset. Just that easy. Now a lot of people like to make a record of it, you know, which you can write it in your owner's manual. You can keep a separate record. You can write the date and the mileage on the filter itself. You can do any of those things. But with a later model vehicle, just doing that right there, that keeps a record in the computer. So up to you, completely your call. Well, there you go. Super easy, super quick. You can do it yourself. So get off the couch and go wrench on something. I can't put my arm on here anywhere where it looks cool. This is totally uncomfortable.